This is why women should dress modestly and appropriately in public spaces. And I'm going to take it a step further to say that women should not be wearing tights and revealing clothing in public and professional spaces. Now, I know that some of you don't agree with me. I don't have a problem with that. I'm going to share the example anyway. So recently, I was on a university campus. I was sitting in one area, some students were behind me. A gentleman walked out from some office spaces down there. Maybe he's a staff. He was talking to somebody right here. I was here, and a young lady in particular was behind me to my right. Before I share what happened, let me just share what she was wearing. She was wearing a tight suit. So it was a tank top, her belly was exposed, and she had on a long tights. She looked nice, it was just not appropriate. Now, the minute her number was called, she stood up. The gentleman's eyes went down. Not the minute, let me correct myself. The second she stood up, the man's eyes went down to her private area. It was like a magnet that pulled his eyes down there. There wasn't any seconds delay. It was bam, it was a split second. You know, when people say accident happened in a split second, that's what happened. No, it didn't end there. When she passed him, his eyes followed her until she sat down. Then when he was through speaking to the person, he went down where they were, and when he was passing, he looked at her body, her skin, and he walked off to do what he was doing. Now, this man looked like a decent man, a married man, and do not come for me in the comments. I know that married man can be whatever. I'm not picking up for the man, neither am I blaming the young lady. I'm just trying to facilitate the discussion. Like, where do we draw the line? Is it appropriate? What can we do differently? Right? How can we, care for her or young people and guide them, right? And I'm not saying that when a woman wear anything, a man has the right to look at. I'm not saying that at all. But the reason I want to open the discussion, that I remember my boss told me at one point, he said to me that men are hunters. And I'm just asking, do they have control, or it's just their nature to look? Because sometimes when you're passing or you're driving and a woman is passing, the man's eyes just follow the woman. And here's why I really want to talk about this yesterday. You had to be there to see how quickly that happened. So I'm asking the question to men who don't look. What do you do? Do you make up your mind before the person would have, stood up not to look? Because obviously you see the person getting up. Because what I'm trying to get at, so for example, people would say, no, he should have counted to 10, or he should have decided. There was no time to decide in that moment. I'm saying that it was like magnet, bam, bam, quick, quick, right? And so I'm just saying that if she was wearing a skirt, would he still look down there, or would he be looking at her face, or would he even look at all? And for the men who look, is it just your nature to just look, or is it you just want to look? What is it? Why when a lady get up or a man get up, I don't look like that, or many women don't look like that. And again, I'm not saying that all men look and all men are this and that, and I'm not saying that whatever the women wear, men have right to take advantage of them. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if this young lady was wearing a skirt suit, would the person would the man look, and even if he looked, would he have seen the the details of her private parts? You understand what I'm saying? I want to share something else. I noticed on university campuses, I'm just talking about university. And I know that it's a product of the society, and so let me know all of that. We're not discussing all of that. But I'm just wondering, driving home, I was just wondering if we are training the young people and they are there for education, why is it that majority of the students, especially the young women, are immodestly dressed, right? And I'm not hard and fast on anyone. I'm not saying that young people should be in jackets and ties when they're going to classes and so on. Because obviously the university campus is their home away from home. I used to board on a university campus. I worked at one. I'm familiar with university campuses, so I know what happens. But it's just too much, especially when students are studying certain topics. Their bodies are exposed, and I'm saying this is the training ground. This is the professional, guidance place, right? And shouldn't we be training them along with the academics? Shouldn't we be training them how to dress in society? And we have to start looking at that. And I'm not giving the university an assignment to go now and fix this because I know that they have a lot on their plates. But I'm just wondering, we are training them to be in a professional setting. Where does the training start and stop? Is it just about academics, or is it to know how to dress appropriately in professional settings? And that is why we're having so many issues with some young people where they wear anything to work. And I have another topic with the students at school, but that's for another day. All right, so I want to hear your side of the story. Share in the comments below and let's open the discussion. We're not blaming one side or, bigging up the other side, but let us facilitate a discussion to say, where do we draw the line, in dressing modestly and appropriately in society. I'll see you in the next video.